Pass comes. If there's no disabled toilet,
oh,
they're gonna be in some trouble.
I'm gonna comment on that as well if that's the case. Okay?
Let's get them. Absolutely. Well then, we are going to be into our first map of the series, Overpass. Can't wait to see that new sewer water.
Oh yes.
What a strange sentence, but this is the world we live in. W7M then will be starting on the T side of Overpass. They'll be pushing their agenda versus MIBR. Maybe something to prove after having a tough time versus Parabellum, but they will start with a tough time. That's a big headshot delivered by MIBR. Fantastic way for them to start. That limits the presence W7M can have towards that A bomb site for the time being. They wanted to try and pull rotation in that direction. That's going to be a lot harder now with a very early loss of Hera. We see Julie's on the B bomb site for MIBR as well as the push starts to come in from W7M. Samys is dropped, and the same thing is happening for the rest. A great synchronization, a pop flash there as well. And MIBR have no trouble holding the B bomb site.
Now that was pretty smooth. I loved also the work on the dualies. Everything was smooth. And almost a teammate, Regine, she didn't get any action, but I think it's going to happen pretty soon. But yeah, great. It was super smooth from MIBR side, and they're looking decent now. So pistol round already won. This is an important round, especially if you're on CT. And now we're seeing how they're going to play on the anti-eco. But actually, W7M, they didn't invest into anything at all. So I think this round is going to be a pretty fast one. They're going for a connector push, and Kija already waiting for them with an MP.
Great support as well, because you run out of bullets really quickly with that MP9. It's good for a certain amount of kills, but when you're getting rushed like that, you might need some backup, exactly what she gets. And this one has been dealt with quite handily indeed. That is a lightning fast 2 rounds for MIBR. Only 1 loss in those 2 rounds as well, which is really good for them. Gives them some extra cash in the bank. Not many players took a tag in that first round either, which means if your armor is perfect, you get that cheap helmet. Lots of things to benefit their economy. But the AK-47s are out. W7M have good utility as well. That Molotov on ramp can always be a problem because it does threaten a CT in China's position. There isn't always one there, but it can force you to slow things down and spend more utility trying to find that out. Sometimes have a pop flash coming this way. China has more support as well, starting to fall back now, but wanting to outstay their welcome.
Yeah, very, very good that she could escape there. Otherwise, it would have been very uncomfortable for her. So Samys now, she has the opportunity here to take more space, to get some more information. They have short control, which is very good. And now Mari, she's just trying to contact towards toilets, try to take as much space as possible, but you have an MP pretty much close to Garden, but actually deciding going towards long, which could be very interesting because look at where China is moving. They could literally just miss each other.
53 seconds on the clock and the first frag is found. Long still needs to be fully cleared by W7. You can see the bomb will be collected by Bruna, but where is it headed? She's been keeping the CTs honest towards B, but everybody else is on the higher level over towards that A bomb site. 34 seconds remain now. Looking at the util, they've got smokes and flashes, no mollies left to clear that site, but they certainly have overwhelming numbers. Bruna making it past the toilet. 20 seconds now. Love a late round. Again, a great measure of her team, this map of Overpass. Default start coming through. No one there to challenge it either. Do they even go for the retake here in MIBR, I wonder?
I mean, they could, though. They just have a few MPs. Losing them would not be the end of the world, but they're not in the greatest position because all of them are like gathered towards CT. They don't have anyone coming from Banana, and they're calling off the safe. I mean, it does make sense. They're really not in the greatest position here. I also, I'm wondering why they're like, why the rotation was so like late. They had the control on short, so they could have like sent already very much earlier someone towards A, especially after they got the kill on long, when I think it was like one of the players peeking from long toilets. So this was a bit, in my opinion, a bit like too slow rotation. You know, they could have like maybe even prevented them from planting the bomb, but it is how it is, and this is the first round for W7M. MIBR, they maintain the weapons, so it's okay for their economy. They can like still save up some money, which is very important for the long run game. And now I'm excited to see what W7M has up on their sleeve. So I love that they played the round very slow, and it really seems to work against MIBR.
Monster smoke is deployed by the CT side. Still with the SMGs. Oh, the timing is going to be perfect for Yadina. It's got to finish off the job there, though. The retake coming out as well. Looking for that final bullet that doesn't quite get there. That could have been quite something, but instead they lose 2 players, MIBR, at the beginning of this round. Brutal fashion as well. Just needed one more bullet, but sometimes you don't get there. Now, what did the 3 remaining players do? There's so much time for W7. Hera can hold this angle and punish the push with the AK. Gets her bell rung, but she is better equipped for that one. Only 2 left then for MIBR. The 2 riflers remaining. Very unfortunate start for them. They're about to lose their lead unless a disaster happens for W7, but I just don't see that happening. They do have 2 low health players. They've got plenty of trade fragging power as well. Mary's creeping towards the site. They're actually walking into the crossfire. They don't have the map control to necessarily go elsewhere. But again, time is on their side. Now, there is a smoke for the CTs. They could put out a forward position, but they're just going to hold the gun out instead. And Furzy won't be able to do anything about that.
It's only Furzy left. She can try to do some damage. I mean, she has 2 players low HP, but she could manage to transfer the spray fast enough. And Hera gets the last kill. And it's a second here for W7M. So their game plan is working out pretty well. I love the way they play it. They're trying to take space early on, but they're not forcing too much utility right in the beginning. So they always have enough left to go for an execute. And MIBR, they have to start maybe to rethink their game plan. I think it would make sense for them to also be a bit more active, try to put some pressure as well and take some space. I mean, right now they just have a few deagles, so not a lot to work with. And pretty heavily stacked towards B. And China managed to get a first frag on Uliana. Great start for them.
That is a promising start for them. They have plenty of position as well. And now this is where W7M have to find a good balance between playing safe and not running out of time. There's loads right now with minute 20 on the clock. MIBR being active though. Are they full rotating towards A? Seems like they're all abandoning the B bomb site. So they're going for a huge gamble here.
Oh,
looking to win this round. W7M, what will they choose to do? You can see them moving towards short B and clearing connector. But once they take those positions, they're going to be, they could be in a crossfire. If someone's close to Monster. They've got no lurker there unless Hera's going to take that role.
It looks like they're going towards B. You see here Samys already contacting. They also just did a boost, so they have some info. And now you have this super fast rotation by MIBR starting, so they are aware that they're going towards B. It's gonna be a tough retake situation here. I don't think that they can actually manage to get the retake, just considering that they have almost no utility left, but they can try to cause as much damage as possible. They're moving forward. Furzy another kill on Bruna, and another shot from Furzy. This is actually insane by her and by the pistols, and it's a 2v4 all of a sudden.
These AKs have got a lot of work to do. Only one player's got Kevlar for MIBR, so as bad as the numbers are, this can change very, very quickly indeed. As the smoke goes towards short, there are bigger problems though, and Mary will be traded by the AK-47. Is there time to defuse the bomb though? It might be a close one, but I think she's good for it.
It should work. Wow, this is actually insane. I did not see that coming. I mean, just considering that they had like 4 rifles spread towards like the B side, and they also didn't have the worst positions. It was like actually a good crossband situation for them. And then they just lose to a few pistols. So insane impact here by Furzy. By the way, also the entry was pretty good. I think it was China, I'm not 100% sure. So the pistols did some great work here, and they just like slowly won the round by just out-aiming their enemies. Nothing else.
Even all being up towards A, they were still able to cause some chaos on that B bomb site with the Deagles. Very nice indeed. Surprise round for MIBR, puts them in the lead once again. So not going aggro once more. Pretty much every buy round they've had very forward positions. Let's not forget the long play earlier on from China with the SMGs as well, trying to make those work. China dropping the bomb. 5 on 3. Now, she is somewhat on an island as far as the toilets are concerned, but means that W7M will give her some cover with that smoke grenade. Those are anti-AWP grenades. Take the angles away from inside the toilets and outside by divider.
I love this setup. This is great. Look at this. China has like anti-flash, and then you have Keisha here trying to bait them up. Oh, but actually, they caught her. So now they are pushing more towards the A side. Udina already spotted them running back and just looking that there's no one crossing banana. But you have still Keisha here on the side, in the corner, and just waiting for the push. Udina also looking towards deep long. They have a lot of info now, a lot of information to work with. And time is running. Only 34 seconds left. Keisha is going for an off angle. This could be actually interesting if they do not expect that she sees them.
And she's walking through the open now as well. Udina will come in for the last one. They didn't even pick up the bomb.
This was great timing by her.
So transfixed on clearing the corner. But even if they're able to do that, it kills so much time. That's part of the beauty and the curse of Overpass. That's why those aggressive CT plays can pay off.
Absolutely. The move that China did was so proactive. It was so great. Like, first of all, when she got the frag on playground, and then she fell back, and then she got another one from toilets. It was perfectly played. They fell back. They just like played with the time as well. This was honestly flawless by MIBR, and if they continue like that, they're gonna have a really dominant half.
Again, many of these buy rounds, including those SMG rounds from MIBR, China has been playing the point woman very far, very aggressive, but now they start to change up their formation. Udina by that divider area inside. Those are the positions that W7M smokes and mollied in the previous round.
Yeah, they did smoke off our Guardian, but China, she has a little gap to play with. So if they actually contact a bit more closer towards toilets, she might see them before they see her, but it's looking like they're playing it a bit slower, playing it safe. Udina already trying to get some information to a toilet, and so now it's going to be very interesting because they're getting closer and closer towards banana.
See if the rifle support can work out. As you can see, long is open, and they have concerns about that, but now Udina's in shotgun mode. Oh, very nice quick scope from her. That's so much information. Only the one kill, but the information is good if China can stay alive. You can see she's still concerned about long, but the cavalry is on the way. The cover might be there in time. They can at least hold the bomb site as they lose control of the bomb itself. Samys has been lurking the whole time. That Molly may run distraction from the toilets as she lurks into the site. Drops Regiane and looking for Kiza as well. They've turned things around, W7. And Furzy's having none of it. The money's already low. As there have been a few fights here for MIBR. Can't afford to lose more guns.
Absolutely not. The save is very, the only thing they can do to do a bit damage control. I mean, Samy's lurk here was perfectly timed, and she also had so much impact towards the end. Just got those two kills, pretty much won them the round. I mean, they already, like Furzy, she had to go for the safe. There's nothing else she can do. But before those, it was actually a 3v3. So Samy's timing was absolutely perfect, and they're playing it very good. I love to see W7M's T side. It looks very good. Yeah, how to say, they're like, have good timings together, and it looks very prepared. Absolutely, they're on the same page. They're having good timings together, and it's pretty smooth. It is actually unfortunate that they lost to an eco before, because I think for them they would have already 6 rounds if they would have not lost this eco before. But now they have the third, which is not that bad, especially in Overpass. 3-4 score is a good start, and they have money in their bank. On the other side, MIBR, they don't have that much. If they lose this round, they're going to be in low money again.
Volleys from both teams to try and control the short B area, but it will be taken by W7 anyway. As we can see, the connector door has been blown off by MIBR. That could cause problems later on. That's why the smoke goes up. Gives the CTs extra angles to take people by surprise in that short B position. W7 will defend from that. It's a cheeky one from Furzy, though. She'll ask them to give her a reason not to do that. Samy's looking to respond, not being given much of anything. And Let's not forget, W7 will be concerned about the upper side of Connector, but losing another jewel on the site. MIBR in a very strong position now. They still need to, like, if they are to win this round, MIBR, they need to win with the numbers up because they're still low on money. They've got a lot of pressure here to perform.
Yeah,
no 1 minute for the remainder of W7, and I do wonder if they're going to make any play here.
I mean, they do have the time to go completely back towards A. It is maybe not the worst decision. I mean, they are 3 on B right now and have a rotator pretty close there. But you have on the A position, you have someone already like deep towards like toilets, and you can get a lot of information very early on. So even if they contact towards A, you have a super fast rotation, and it's going to be hard to get the bomb plant. And probably they are aware of that already, that because they gave up the mid control, that they could be somewhere close, get the early information, and then they don't want to try it at all. So they're going for the safe. It does make sense on a economical side here for sure. They're not gonna get any money now. The ones that stayed alive, but Maria, for example, she could drop maybe a Galil or something. They could just like get invest into some like mech tanks or something, and just try maybe for a more fast-paced round. Something I would actually like to see, some fast B control and just like split B or execute B pretty early on. I think they have given MIBR now a bit too much space, respected them too much. It worked very well in the previous rounds, but now they're letting them push them back. So, yeah, I'm very curious to see if they're gonna speed up their pace a bit now.
More presence from up the stairs for W7. Not going to be pushing short B on this occasion, changing things up as well. Samys doesn't really have the range with this Mac 10. So we'll see what her approach is. Again, the anti-AWP strats are coming through. Sometimes you see the molly thrown from the fountain position, but Mari's got an angle. It's going to force the AWP away. That's valuable information in the short term for W7. Samy's poking towards long now with the Mac 10. I suppose she can jump and look for info, but he makes it down there. Someone should give her a badge with an SMG like that. So the CTs have been forced back. They're being denied information towards A. And we have a rotation on our hands from W7.
And this is actually a very interesting situation because they're like moving faster and faster towards B. And now you have still Samys here on the lurk on A. And on B, you have right now only first, and she falls to Uliana. So this entry is super important. If they actually hurry up now and start to execute, they have a great chance to win this round. They cannot take up too much time. Reggiane is already in the pit position. Keisha is already here to support. And now you see the rotation from China. She's aware that someone could be toilets, but Samys, she catches her before, and now it's just a 1v5. And Yodina, she's deciding to save the off. Nothing she can do here anymore. This was great, a great decision making also here by W7M to just like go back pretty fast towards B. The entry was very important on B on Monster, and yeah, it kind of like won them the game in the end. And now it's a 4th for W7M, so just 1 round actually between those 2 teams, and it's honestly a pretty strong T side so far.
A nice play from W7. Denial of information, send in the numbers. Mac 10 was used well to cut off that rotation. Very nice aim straight in China's face. Will be a short
and she was
day
even
in the
looking
office
at her.
for her. Exactly, yeah, she was looking for her and still delivered the goods. So that will be a pricey one for MIBR. But they've got the money. Yudina can drop an M4 for Kiza, and they, well, one of them's going to be short, Kiza or China, but they'll have most of the tools. The M4s will both be out then. See if there's something on the floor for Thursday. It will be the FAMAS, but the utility is there. Yes. But this is the edge of their economy. If W7 can break them here, they could have a really good T side as far as the score is concerned.
It looks pretty good though, and it's also what you mentioned, like the utility is there. This is pretty important on the CT side, and they just like have to try to not give them too much space. They're trying to go for the short control, but look at Yudina. She's already there, and she gets the entry on Samys. Oh my god, this was great.
I think she may have seen some of the player on the right-hand side, and sometimes when you see two players really quickly and you've got to make a decision fast, your brain will just make you shoot between them.
I do that too.
Yeah, it's a common thing. It happens to a lot of people. There's got to be some science behind it, but especially with the circle there, that's a really hard flick to land, but it's a clean clean flick of the AWP. Great start, exactly what MIBR needed. Slow down W7. Makes it hard to have a lurker and deny information as they did in the previous round. Looks like they're just going to abuse the numbers then, not spread out too much, not get stretched out too thin. They will have 3 players here though. Now, Thursday in the barrels, I don't think is holding a grenade at the moment, but we might see one up soon by this pillar. The shadow is here for Yadina. She can raise the alarm to the team, and there's no trade frag there. Regian's holding a strong position now, and they'll drop both of them. This is a fantastic round for MIBR. W7's chance to break them, and so far it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
This actually is so unfortunate because I don't know if you noticed, but the flash popped after they peaked. And if they, I don't know if the flash was just thrown too late or they peaked too early. Like there was some kind of miscommunication going on because you saw that Yodina, she had an easy shot. She was not even flashed. She just like, they just walked into her crosshair and she got an easy kill. But with the flash, it would have been 100% more difficult. But yeah, there was a flash popping off later, but then you already had 2 casualties. So I don't know what happened there. It looked like a bit maybe a miscommunication, but I do hope it's not going to happen again because this is so frustrating. They actually had a good go there, and now it's a 6 for MIBR, and they're actually going now for some aggression towards long. Yodina again with an early peak.
Oh, if only she fired the shot. But Mary fired the shots. And that means no more Yadina. Trying to fall back now. The flashes are coming. And that rock won't give her enough cover. This is a hell of an answer for W7. 5 on 3. A luxury of time. MIBR just can't keep their money in a good place. They found a kill onto Bruno. That's the lurker eliminated. Now, are they brave enough to put everybody on the same site, MIBR, with the rifles? Only 3 players left. Their economy hangs in the balance. The grenades will tell a story, but will they bite? Thursday, is she on the way? Looks like she might be. Regian needs to stay alive. You can see her disengaging, going back, catching Mary with a grenade. Beautiful repeat from Regian. Buying time. They can't plant the bomb just yet without dealing with her position. Hera's gone as well. It's a 3 versus 2 now. Regian moving forward into the AWP on long. Doesn't quite see the legs just yet. Thursday's been barbecued. And there's the angle on Regian. Then there was one. Kiza can't finish it. Back and forth affair on 8. Almost losing in round, but W7 will be victorious in the end.
Absolutely perfectly played together. Also, the entries they managed to get on A-Long. This is a bit unfortunate for MIBR because their idea, I liked it, that they just tried to go to use the spawn also from Yodina, just like peek early long, but it didn't work out. And then the moment that when Kija fell, this was a hard one to win. And now it's almost a tied score and 5 rounds on Overpass T-side. Actually, that's already pretty good.
That is quite the grenade. Ouch. 2 HP, and now it is 0. Great response from MIBR. The airstrike is delivered.
This was revenge for the previous round. I think it was Uljana who hit the shot on Yodina.
They've got the Desert Eagles and the 5-7s as well. Let's not forget what they did last time, and they are quite spread out now. We know they've got the aim.
Oh, yeah. I like the toilets back here. This is going to be interesting if they move towards long toilets, close range against pistols. This might actually get very interesting in close-up. So they have a good setup here. You have Yodina looking towards long, and then China anti-flash. This could be so interesting. Oh no, this is unfortunate. Didn't work out.
MIBR, but it's a good position for W7. After the nightmare they had with the previous Deagle rounds, they would love to find some success here. It might be walking into a crossfire though, depending on if there'll be smokes up or not. We can see Regian getting into position. He's in the toilets, and Thursday will soon be joining. Mac 10 lurking in the hands of Samys. Thursday going fishing, not finding much but a boot.
Bomb has been planted.
So far, so good for W7. Can't see this one slipping out of their hands, and indeed it won't. Score is tied once again. MIBR, again, just at the precipice. They'll be able to get one more buy-in.
Yeah, now it's getting pretty tight for them because they don't have money for the next one. And it's gonna be a lead then by W7M, which is not a good position to be in if you're like on the CT side of Overpass, which is absolutely the more dominant side. And Judina is on the up again, so I hope to see some early aggression for her because it was pretty good when she got those early entries. And it looks like they're going pretty fast towards mid here, taking a lot of space.
The grenades are on point for MIBR. That really shows the attention to detail, especially on a map like Overpass. Getting great mileage from those. But can they follow up on that? Because the bomb site has been taken. MIBR choosing this round to send 3 players aggressive upstairs. They'll have the personnel for the retake, but they may be slowed down. They will be slowed down by that smoke. There's one more for Bruna as well, if she can find position. They might go towards the balcony. China coming in from T-spawn.
Oh, she made noise.
Yeah, she might be heard by Juliana here. Looks like they might just disengage from this one, then MIBR again. You spoke about the money at the beginning of the round.
They don't have it.
Very good decision to make.
It's actually so unfortunate for them because their initial idea was not bad. Like MIBR, they chose to take early on mid control. They took a lot of space. You saw it like there was a player towards long and I think 2 players going towards mid. Oh no, Oliana, she read that one. Unfortunate for China, but they still managed to save 4 weapons. So yeah, the initial idea was pretty good to just take up space early on, but W7M, it's like they read their mind and they just like went fast towards B. So they pretty much found an open B side. It was only 1 player being there, and then yeah, it was pretty much over. So this is just a bit unfortunate, unfortunately for MIBR, but yeah, great decision here by W7M to just like go fast B. And now they're leading with 1 round. China trying to get here some space into toilets. But this time it looks like they're trying to get mid control again.
Yadina with the AWP holding angles on short. But they're passive in this position for now. The CTs haven't blown off the squeaky door. Could be blown off later though. Regiane will be in support as they continue to creep quietly. China and Keisha running things by the toilets. Keisha might need to drop the smoke to get back to the site though. Otherwise things might be awkward. China having a look. Oh, she's just going to brave it and fall back. They'll make the play towards long, it seems. Keisha has a look towards the toilets again. She could be in for a short night because there are 3 players there. Maybe soon to be 4. Bruno's rotating the bomb. Oh, here's the boost though. The shadows are spotted. They can't get that last shot again. Flashes are up. China holds long in the meantime. She can flank now, or at least threaten it. She can hold with her team as well, but the reload won't come in time for Keisha.
Oh, wow.
2 from there. Never saw that second frag coming in from Samys. China has to get this some revenge here. Only good for 1. Hera in a great position to trade frag. Regiane and Yadina remain in the smoke, eyes on truck, but they've lost position, MIBR. Smoke's on either side. We've got Mickey Mouse on the A bomb site, and that might shut down the round for MIBR here.
Oh, they're going for the save, and they have no idea that they're all low HP. Look at this. Samys on 19, and they have like 2 times around 40 HP. This was actually winnable, but yeah, they cannot be aware of that. And I think it was Furzy who almost got a double also from long. So this is yeah, again a bit unfortunately for MIBR. 7th round for W7M, 8th round already for them. This is a great T-half. It's honestly better, like more than they need. Like 6 rounds would have been good enough as well, but 8 is perfect for them. And now MIBR, they're in a tight spot. They're taking a timeout right now, probably trying to think what they can do to win the last round of the first half, to not start with a 9-6 half, because this is absolutely tough to be in this position, and especially if you start on the weaker side. So now they have just like to try to think, maybe to mix something up. Their aggression works sometimes, but in the last rounds it got punished by W7M. So I'm very wondering what their game plan is, if they're just trying to play it a bit more passive and to play towards the late rounds, like to play towards the late round, or if they're trying to get a lot of control early on. And we're gonna find out pretty soon. Timeout is over and the next round begins. W7M with everything and a lot of utility to work with.
Pretty reasonable buy for MIBR, all things considered. Especially with Yadina on the AWP. China's been the big fragger for MIBR so far, though. Looking over towards W7. Samys with 14 is top. Moving through to the B bomb site. Flashes are here, but first he's got no help in time. Reshan will drop Bruna. That means top fragger Samys is still alive on the B bomb site. That bomb needs to be collected, though. Juliana's holding it outside Monster. Interesting test of patience with 2 CTs, holding on that short position. Won't check for a second. There's only 2 plays remaining though for MIBR. Reshan on the flank. Yadina's got some angles. There are some smokes to be deployed. When are they going to come? Yeah, Reshan coming in from the back now. Juliana will drop the bomb. Now what does she do? Does she disengage? She still has her teammates to make a play from the top. If they look for her, Yadina could activate, but she's come off the scope now, wondering why the balcony hasn't been dealt with just yet. Reshan can't escape the angle. That leaves Yadina alone in a 1 versus 3.
That was so close. Actually, heartbreaking. She almost got her, and then it would have been a 2v2 retake situation. Now it's just Yadina against 3. I mean, Marius no HP, but you have still 2 more players on the B side. It's so hard, especially with an AWP. You're just not as fast and flexible. She gets a no-scope on Samys, but Hera, she closes off the round, and it's a 9th for W7M. Absolutely impressive. I mean, it is their map pick. Obviously, they are very well prepared for this match. But yeah, a great half by them. And we're going into a super short break and gonna continue with the second half very soon.
Standing together now.
was a big half for China, but even bigger for Samys, putting up the numbers for her squad and giving them a great T side. But of course, now the sides change as we are into the second half, and we may see a completely different game. Maybe different players will rise in this one. Either way, W7M take 9 rounds from their T side into the CT side. They'll have 2 pairs of Julies. Ooh, I love the patience on those taps as well. If you don't spam the P250, it will reward you. And there's a great example of the tempo from Regian.
Yeah, great entry here by her for sure. Now they're moving up towards Con, but it looks like they're still deciding to go out B short. Hera, she has a lot of information. She just got spotted, so they know that they had to be at least 3B. I mean, if they lose the boost, and it looks like they're deciding to go back towards A. Still a lot of time on the Glock. They have utility for a full execute. It looks pretty good for MIBR, but now look at W7M. They're trying to get information, getting into B short, but Percy, she's perfectly positioned for that.
Oh no! They didn't check the corner properly, and she's done all she needs to do, surely. One of the remaining 2 players on the B bomb side. That means worst case, they're 4v1 on A.
Wow.
Burst fire comes through as well. I don't think Mary had a second to react from that. And if there was a flash as a bonus, MIBR coming into this pistol looking for revenge.
Yeah.
I barely saw any action with those Julies on the short B position. What does she do? Hera could just consider saving the Kevlar at this point.
Yeah, I mean, she has a Kevlar. It's okay to save it. But, or is she going for... I mean, she doesn't have a kit to go for a ninja diffuse, so no. She's just maybe trying to cause some more damage. But honestly, now she's going back. What did she pick up? Just a flash. Okay, so Kevlar saved the flashbang. Pretty great drop by MIBR. But honestly, a bit unfortunate they didn't check the corner. It's such a typical corner that, especially like a bit like towards the mid-late round. This was very heartbreaking, easy to press here for Furzy. And then the last shot on truck was also pretty good. I think she jumped half on her face and just gave her a headshot. So yeah, insane pace here by MIBR. 7-9. It doesn't look that bad. Honestly, if they win the next round as well, it's going to be 8-9. And everything is still possible, even if they didn't have the best CT side. It doesn't look bad right now, and they even invested into 2 AKs. So this is a bold buy.
I think we've all checked the corner, but not really checked the corner.
Yeah, this happens to a lot of us.
We've all done it.
That's true. They had force here by W7M, so they can cause some damage.
Yeah, they've got some smokes in the hole as well. The longer they can hold on to those, the better. They need to try and make MIBR put themselves in a bad situation. Of course, the Desert Eagles can certainly help with that. Still a focus of 4 players towards B. It seems MIBR might want to show some presence towards A, although the bomb is starting to move in that direction as well. Already 3 players around the toilets. Oh, I love the patience to get that headshot. Beautiful. The trigger discipline is rewarding for W7 as Juliana will start to move back to the site. Put some range between her and her opponents. She can start fishing for more shots. The movement speed of that scout is fantastic. But I love the patience for that initial shot. MIBR are somewhat frozen. They don't really know where anybody is apart from that scout. And they've got 30 seconds left to make a play to a bomb site. That is dangerous territory, especially when there's still utility to be had here. A swing and a miss from Juliana, but she doesn't miss the second one. She might win this one alone. 22 seconds. They've got to frag her before they finish this round, before they plant that bomb. 32.5 players left with Regian on 26 HP. 3 CTs coming though with a molly to force Regian out into the open, and down she goes. We've got huge problems for MIBR. They can still turn this around with 2 Galils though. Thursday, busy in the bank. Kiza has some trouble tracking. So many issues here. No kit for these 2 players, but Bruno's MP9 will be enough.
Oh, wow. This was interesting, though. I mean, they have missed a lot of their shots here, especially towards the postman situation. But honestly, the impact here from Ilyana was amazing. The first kill with the scout, and then another headshot when they went towards the A side, and she bought so much time for the rest of the team to just like rotate and get as close as possible. So look at that. And also MIBR, I think they paid a bit too much respect to the scout. Instead of just like pushing her, they're like waiting and playing it very slow. So well played here by Uliana, but on MIBR side, I think they should have just tried to rush over the scout. And now we have the 10th round for W7M. MIBR's money doesn't look that great. They have 2 Galils and a Mech-10 and 2 pistols here at the moment. Not a lot of utility to work with, so they're not gonna be able to do like a heavy execute unless they do it like right away. I mean, they have 2 smokes and a Molotov and a flash. So yeah, just trying to finish B here probably. We have Samys here close into short, and she's gonna get information now. Just she can say now that short is clear. multikill gets the info on Monster, and now the rotation will start as well.
Trying to swarm the side to MIBR. Bruna's got the smoke up. That allows her to isolate the fight, and she does so with excellence. The cover comes in from Mary as she dances through the smoke. He's trying to find a frag. But that was exactly what it needed to be for W7. The balance between these two teams is quite interesting as well. We've seen the attention to detail in that first half in various places, from MIBR, the pop flashes, the swings, and so on. But when things go wrong, they can freeze on Overpass, and W7 will exploit them for it.
Oh yeah, they did it pretty great. And now MIBR, they are on a bad spot. No money. They're going for an eco here. Nothing they can invest right now. They have to save this one. It's a pretty safe 12, I would say, for W7M. And they took a lot of damage to the utility, and Hera, she's just gonna farm the eco kills here. Only Furzy left. But what can she do now?
And not much you can expect her to do. She's basically a sponge holding a Glock, absorbing all the bullets, but I say all, only a few needed when you're naked. No Kevlar, no single thing bought in that round. Nothing they could afford. They need all their money for this one. It's been a bumpy road on this T side so far for MIBR, and now the deficit is 5. They need to get a hold of their game. They will feel like they're better than this. In terms of the detail we've seen and the work they've put into Overpass, one would agree in that respect, but W7M are imposing their will on MIBR. That's why they're losing the rounds ultimately.
This one is an important one for MIBR. They are again out of money next round. Maybe get a loser bonus. Furzy here, she already took a lot of space into short, but they're going for the retake. But she's gonna get the kill on Samys. And now Brunakilla, she wants more. She wants to get the information and the kill, and she got it. So now they push them back. They have the short control back, but actually Brunakilla, she's giving up the short control. This is quite interesting that you don't leave a player in short if you already pushed the T's back and remain to get the control there. But it doesn't really matter now because they're moving towards A. We just have one player on the A side, jump spotting a little bit. It's Uliana. She has proven before that she's able to buy a lot of time, and she can be very, very deadly, also when she's all alone on A. But is it gonna be enough this time? She's fighting against 4 AKs. Mari already joined her, so now they're gonna have 2 defenders on A, and they're moving closer and closer.
In the meantime, W7 fell back from short B, but pushed Monster, and they have been able to rotate Hera. So as they'll lose Uliana, they do have backup in position. Bruna's going for that super long rotation, though, through 2 spawns, so she's going to be out of commission for a while. And the remaining 2 will have to deliver. Mary picks a great time to go forward, but she will get traded. And now Bruna is alone. Default plan, but she won't get there in time to stop it. It's such a long rotation. There's that first kill. But where is Keisha? Both players are low, but Bruna's much lower. The headshot for the overkill, as there might be asked to secure a much needed round.
Yeah, this was definitely much needed. Otherwise, it would have been so hard for them to come back, especially considering that they were like out of money and W7M would have had their 13th. Now it's only 4 rounds between them, so there's still a chance for MIBR. They can turn this around, but they do have to start working on it very, very soon. I mean, it didn't really work what they have like planned last rounds, except the previous one, and now we have some aggression here towards mid. They're going to smoke off the Molotov, trying to regain mid control. Reggiane already made it in towards B short. They have the sound here. They know that they're into B. I don't know if they're going for the retake again because it worked last time. They regained the short control. Samys, she's already preparing for the retake, but this time she gets only 1. And MIBR, They keep the short control.
1-for-1 is always going to favor the T's when there's time on the clock. See those wall bang attempts, especially when the smoke is put into the molly. It's a great time. It basically gives you the indicator as to when the T's will be passing through. That bottom right spray won't find too much of a connection on this occasion. MIBR trying to claw back a 4-round deficit. The remainder of W7 all playing from the sites for the time being. They've got 3 towards B, and you can see Juliana's position. She's in bank on the stairs. She's holding the angle. From this position, she knows that no T's are going to cross towards truck unless one does, and she has the info. But if they don't, when the remainder of the team come in for the retake, they know they don't need to clear these truck angles. They can focus on the toilets, dice, long, etc. So it's a really important angle to hold. The information is crucial. CT starting to rotate over now.
And
again,
now they're going...
this retake position for W7. And now she's lost her angle. But are her team here in time? With that smoke up, they'll have to check the truck. That's going to be a problem. That will leave them exposed to the other side. So they tried to keep the information. They weren't able to do so. They have 2 smokes. They can try to cut off some of these points where MIBR might hold some angles. And again, that is the brutality of losing that angle with the AWP. Credit to MIBR for it, but Juliana still in action. 3 defuse kits for the CT. If they can get the smokes up, maybe they can get a ninja. But first, they need to deal with China, who comes in from long to stop the defuse and take everything away. Huge round for MIBR. That was so costly for W7.
Oh, that was an expensive one. 5 casualties. They couldn't even save anything. And it was perfectly played in the post-plan situation. Although I'm really confused by W7M gave them so much space towards mid, and they had 3 on B. So instead of like just trying, because they had the info on short, maybe playing it 2-2 or even leaving only 1 player on B, they've played it so passive on A, and they just like they could execute A without any resilience. Like they could just like instantly go there, plant, take good positions. It was a perfect situation for MIBR. In my opinion, a bit too passive from W7M. Maybe it's also like because they're like just moving closer to their final score and they just don't want to do any mistakes. So yeah, this is a tough one. It's a hurtful round to lose, and now they're also on low economy. So honestly, I think the score could be tied pretty soon if they continue with this pace.
Not too much threat in this round as far as the weaponry is concerned.
It's just a stack towards toilets. Always a popular one. If you go into the crossfire, they're gonna get 1 kill at least. They have 1 here baiting towards a long toilet. But are they gonna get a kill? This is the question. I mean, we have seen a great eco round before with a few pistols that they even won, but now it's just USPs. A few deagles, I think this would have been possible. Now they're moving actually towards mid. They waited too long. They know that they're not there. They heard the sound cue of the flash. So now they got the information that they probably moved towards long, and they're just trying to go behind them. And this is actually super interesting. If they don't pay any attention to that, they could get a few easy kills. This was quite interesting play.
The discipline. They're playing for the round win, not for just 1 kill. Imagine if Keisha turns around, the whole team is behind her. Oh, Mary steals the kill. They could have even gone for a knife there. Now Red Gang will trade 1, but that's not the person who killed her teammate. How many people are here is the question. I think the main threat has been neutralized now. The bomb making its way away. Regian will separate the forces with the Molotov. That was quite amusing to watch, though. I just wish that Keisha had turned around just to see all 5 players behind them. Behind her, that would have been fascinating.
Yeah. Imagine you just like, you don't think of anything. You just like turn around randomly and then you see like 4 players behind you saying, hello, here we are. But yeah, and they didn't even go for the knife kill, which is very respectful, but actually would have been pretty good for their bank. Knife kills always bring so much money, and they do need money. I mean, they could invest now into the round, but they couldn't even buy full utilities, so it's not the best situation they are in. And now super fast pace towards B by MIBR, pushing towards Monster. They molly up barrels and going towards city, but Mari, she catches them off. Samys here as well. And perfect crossfire by the W7M players. No chance. Super fast pace. Initially played very good, but they lost all their angles.
Great way to stabilize. It's been quite back and forth for both squads there, which is great because it means we have a close game on our hands. But
Absolutely.
W7 will pull away once again. 3 rounds in front, 3 rounds away from the first map of the series. This is their pick of Overpass. The MIBR will be on the buy once more. So the action doesn't stop here at ESL Impact.
Oh no, maybe we're gonna have again a close match just like the European one before. This will be quite interesting. Now a bit slower paced round, not like the last one. We're just like trying to go fast towards B, just trying to get some control here. Yudina, she already spotted the player on Guardian, just holding the angle, waiting for the peak. But it is Mari who should not. But she actually went for the peak, even though she knew Yudina had an op, but Yudina just looked away. So this was a bit unfortunate timing for her. Mari with another kill. Absolute impactful this round. And now it's a 3v3 situation. So a bit maybe too many peaks here. Furzy is just patiently waiting here in front of B. So far she's all alone. And it looks like the bomb is going... Is it going towards B? No, it's actually going towards mid. So they're having another plan here. Furzy may be trying to fake B. And they're gonna end up on A, it seems. But Uliana, she's already waiting for them here. She will get such early information from this position.
Very quick with it as well. Hard to trade that one. 34 seconds remain as she makes her way into the toilets. And oh, the barrel of the gun spotted as she swings to her left-hand side. And that gives MIBR a chance. 25 now. They need to clear this bomb site quickly. There's no one on it, but they don't know that. Going for a quick default plant. They might hear that rotation from Samys.
Bomb has been planted.
Samys and Furzy, 17 frags apiece. Only Samys, though, can get another one here. Great lineup. W7 have got the nades as well as MIBR. He's moves back. She's got the range now. Who's going to go for the peak first? She will hold a tight angle. There is a smoke for Bruna. Now, you could put that on the bomb. You could also put it forward to make the MIBR squad somewhat more blind. The smoke is up, and there is the cover from Samys as Regian has dropped Samys the lead fragger now. Can she find Keisha as well?
Oh
She's
my
going
God.
fishing. That grenade won't do enough to Bruna. Sammy's the one who's low, and she's up front. As in the back, the bomb is defused. 14 rounds for W7.
That was a perfect retake played by them. Just keep cool, defuse in the smoke, and then you had another teammate just defending you. This was absolutely perfectly played by them. A bit unfortunate by MIBR because they were also in a good position in the post-plant situation. The bomb was planted for them. So it was kind of unfortunate for them, but it's a 14th for W7M. Absolutely deserved, played very well. It was a bit close towards the end, but they still managed to close it off. And now W7M with only a pistol round. It looks like a fast go towards mid. But Uliana, she's already waiting here with the op from Guardian.
Well, she's seen a lot, Juliana. Gonna stand her ground. Now Hera has to deliver here, otherwise they're gonna have 2 rifles on this T side. 2 versus 3, and they've got a minute 30. This is not to be trifled with. This is serious. There's a lot of opportunity here. That is a hell of an angle, though, on connector. Yudina's scoped in already. The AWP has the AWP. Doesn't have Kevlar, but she has the AWP. So that's okay. At distance, they will reload. That won't be heard by anyone. They can start to creep forward. They've got to find a frag, though. Oh, they've been spotted. I was going to say they've got to find a frag before they plant the bomb, but now the information is there and the utility. Bruna starts to move forward just a little bit, edging. I don't know if both players have been spotted. If they haven't, that'll be a problem. Util continues to get dumped. It's going to be a really hard peak. 42 seconds, bomb on the site. Bruna can start to move forward now. Oh, the timing. Has she been spotted? She certainly has now. Here comes the swing. There's a 1v1 though, but she will be eliminated immediately afterwards. Game point for W7M.
Perfectly played again, and I love the impact Mari is having. She had so many impact kills so far, especially in this like in the last rounds towards the CD side. She's been absolutely amazing. Always got like the important kills so far. And another one again here, Uliana also doing pretty great with the early op peaks. She's maybe she's like, it doesn't look like she's that impactful with the 13 kills, not being on the top of the scoreboard, but she does get a lot of early kills as well, which is super important. And now it's the map point here. MIBR, they can fully invest. They have 5 AKs, but not that much utility left. So now I'm wondering what their game plan is. I don't think that they can heavily play towards an execute. They don't have the utility for it. So they have short control, B short control, which is already important. They can try to finish B in the end, or just to force off some rotation. You have a pretty good A long setup here by W7M, which will give them a lot of information early on. But Banana is pretty open right now, so this is kind of a gamble. If MIBR has good timing and they sneak up towards Banana, they can get the bomb plant, isolate the players from long, and win the round in the post-plant situation. So they cannot remain there too long. And you already see that they're moving towards Banana. So now they really have to start thinking if that's actually an option. Juliana gets the information here, gets even a frag on Reggie, and then she moves back to side. So now the window, the opportunity window MIBR had, it's now pretty much closed.
The webcam was so funny with that frag because it was almost like her head was in the fridge. Then she got the frag and pulled her head out like, nope, I wasn't in the fridge. Remainder of MIBR moving towards B. That's the bomb spotted immediately, and the counter grenades will come through. That HE is going to be lethal, surely. Almost, but not quite. China moving forward now. Great first fire from her, looking for a third one. But Hera will be able to finally trade down to a 2-on-2. MIBR must win this round, otherwise they are donezo as far as Overpass is concerned. Hera will reload after that first kill, and Keys is in the clutch. Moving off the bomb site. Where is that second player, though? Creeping around with the AWP. Down to the 1v1 now. Has been spotted there in time, though. Uliana gets the final and gets the final round also. 16-10 for W7 over MIBR, and I'm changing my prediction.
I know you would do that. Now it's going to be me versus you.
Big victory for them. MIBR looking good, but W7M just better on Overpass. That is a great way to start this series.